Hello everybody, it's Andrew of Fixology, and holy shit, it has been way too long. I am so sorry about that, but if you guys follow my posts at all, or, I mean, I'm not great on social media, but I got something on YouTube. About a month ago, I was talking about, a little over a month ago, I was talking about how I was looking for houses, and I managed to find one. So that's been the majority of the thing right now, which I'm not going to get too far into because that would take too long a video. But today, we're going to do a nice and easy, down and dirty screen replacement. I have a 13 Pro here. It is currently on the hot plate, which I'm about to take off, and the screen is cracked. So we're going to replace that, transfer over the components from the old one, re-put it back together, seal her up, and get her back to the customer. So it should be a nice, easy video. Let's just get down to it. You'll notice that my setup is quite basic right now. I think the lighting is okay, but it'll obviously get better. Right now, all my stuff is set up on a fold-out desk, a fold-out table from Walmart. So yeah, it's very, very basic. I'm actually working on a desk right now. I have to make a custom desk because 10-foot desks just don't exist in like a normal aspect. So we're just gonna have to do what we gotta do first. And I knocked one of my ones that I have back here. So. I did show a while back this new guy here, which is very useful for screens that are slightly damaged or damaged, and I'm hoping with the cuts on here that I'm going to be able to use it. So let's this is going to help me just open it up. So all I need to do is open it from the bottom. Hopefully it's not too cracked, but I think it might be, so we might have to do this the old school way, which we're going to find out real soon. So, suction cup down. And let's start lifting this bad boy. Yep. All right. All right. Yeah, it cracks it. Oh, shoot. Accidentally turned it on. All right, so that didn't work out the way I planned. So, plan A or plan B. So, we're going to start at the bottom, which luckily, since the screen is already cracked, can't make it any worse. I just like doing it that way because it's less stressful for the phone. So, all right. So as per usual, we start in the bottom left corner. There's very little that can be damaged down there. You only want to go in a little bit. Make sure it's heated. It was on the hot plate for about I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Start in the corner, just get the metal spudger in, the Isosmo in just a little bit, and then get your pick or your spudger, whichever one you prefer. And then we're going to start going along the edges. So remember, only a little bit in, like a hair, like maybe a couple hairs length. Work your way all the way down. If it gets tight, don't push it. A little more alcohol never hurts. There we go. And we're going to go around the bend. And we don't go towards the edges because we don't want to cut any cables, any important cables. Now the right side is always tighter for some reason. It's got an extra clip there, so you kind of have to give it a little bit of love. There we go. And I'm trying my best to keep this in frame, but since I have my this is a temporary setup, I don't have my second monitor that I have here to see what's coming off my camera, aka my phone still, because yes, I don't have a proper camera yet. Because they're expensive. And now that I just bought a house, well, I've been focusing on that, so, house owner stuff now. Which I'm happy I can say. Any hoozle. Little alcohol at the top, and then all we're going to do is just go back and forth until it wiggles out. There we go. And you're going to open to the left side, or if it's or if it's this orientation, you're going to pull it up. And then we see our exposed elements from here. These are a tri-point, so what is it, 0.6 tri, which you can buy these style of screwdrivers all over Amazon, which I've liked these best ones for a long time now. They're relatively inexpensive, and I think I've had this one for like almost, 6-7 years? So it's been on there for quite a minute. I'm hoping I'm just lined up more than anything else. Alright, and then I have the mat in here, because normally I have it up towards the front, but again, no room, temporary setup. Once I get it all really set up, it'll be glorious. I'll have better lighting and all sorts of fun stuff. Now we need our spudger, which I have forgotten. But luckily, they are right behind me. Here we go. Alright, so once we have the shield off, we need to disconnect the power, which for these guys is right there. Use the pick or a fat end. There you go. One of the connectors is here. So we're going to get this guy right there. And then the other connector is underneath this shield here, which this should be 2 tri-points and a couple Phillips heads, which should be the triple Phillips. So the triple O, PH triple O should be the guy for those ones. And then don't forget to keep them in order the way that you're taking them off. If you try to put the screws in the wrong area, you're not going to have a great time. You can 1, strip it, 2, not fit, or 3, on the worst, you can do what's called a bore hole, which means you actually stretch the board, and that can cause damage to the circuitry. Which, if that happens, you better pray it's something real simple. If it's something major, there goes the phone. There we go. So this is the component that we need from the to the new screen. So what I'm going to do is you do need to put it back on the hot plate to get it warm again, but luckily only for like maybe a minute. If you have a hot plate, this is a skinny piece. It should come right off. There is a shield that holds it all on. Again, take them all off in order. And we're about halfway through the repair already. I know. You do this enough, you get pretty fast and pretty good at it. And while we wait, we're going to get the old screen out. Which normally I get my screens either from Fixology or Mobile Centrics. Not a sponsor in any way, but I've had good success with both of their repairs. I mean, with both their screens. And really, it's just been a preference of which one can I get for cheaper. So that's about it. Cheaper with good pricing. I will say one thing about Mobile Centrics, they do have other options. Like if you want to go real baseline, you can, or you can go higher versions, OLED, blah blah blah. And then even with the iPhones, the newer ones, they have a 120 hertz. So certain screens need that. They do have a style, which this one is. So this is almost identical to Apple without being Apple, and at a quarter of the cost. So you know you can make more money, and you don't have to wait forever to get approval or something weird like that. So we'll put that to the side. And I'm going to take a quick swig. So, again, apologize for the inconsistencies. New owner stuff. I'm trying to find a promotion in my current job that'll hopefully make it a little easier for me. I'm hoping to get out of retail job. Just tired of, dealing with retail in general. So we're hoping that'll go somewhere, but, it is what it is. If it doesn't happen, that's whatever, but I'd really like it to go somewhere, so. But I'm going to try and be more consistent. I'm going to be hopefully getting my desk done in a day or two, set it up here, and then I'm going to really set up all of my new tech stuff. Or not new, but reset up my tech area so it's nice and pretty and I have a lot more space. So, and I'm looking forward to it because I got boxes on boxes in this room right now. They all just say tech stuff. So I got to really reorganize it and go from there. I'm hoping I'm in the middle. Kind of am, so as long as I keep it here, it's okay. Alright, so we're going to transfer over the sensor that goes here. So this sensor right here, so what I have found that works great is you get your assessment. Make sure it's not a super, make sure you don't have a sharp one. And you're going to start at the edge here. You're going to just pick it up just a hair, drop a little bit of alcohol behind it. And then all we're going to do, there goes it. All we're going to do is just slide back and forth while you're hugging that shield behind it, the silver piece. If you're pushing towards that, you'll be fine. And it's getting tough again, so I'm going to put a little more alcohol. There we go. So it's going to come off in a nice even line. Careful on the downside because you have some flexes down there. There's one component up here. But if you just go nice and easy, it's getting a little tight again, so I'm going to put a little more alcohol. Which that was a fun endeavor because I came home and I was going to work on this and I realized, oh shoot, I don't know where my alcohol is. It all got moved around. So I had to run to Walgreens to get some. Which it's 91%, and you know, you want the higher percentage, you better. I do have some 99.9, but again, I don't know where it went, so. Anyway, so we're going back to here. So now, from here, we're just going to lift up ever so gently. Hopefully it comes up. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. I try not to use alcohol around the microphone because I don't want any chance of any liquid getting in there. It shouldn't cause damage, but microphones and any sort of liquid have never been a good combo, ever. So, just holding this in place, going up. Okay, so those two are off, and now I should be able to just pull you straight up. There we go. So this component is needed for the top microphone and also for the Face ID. So once you transfer this over, you will be fine. And to transfer it over, I recommend starting with these small components first. So this guy up here, them up here, they should just sit right back into place. And then you line up this guy with the corners because it's kind of like locked in there. And it's still sticky, so put it back into place and there we go. Components are on the new screen. Alright, then from here, just realized that's got quite a bend in it. Hopefully there's nothing wrong. Yeah, see that bend in it? That's pretty heavy. It's from packaging, so holy shit. Okay. So let's see here first. So let's hook it up and put the power back on. Okay, let's just make sure. Didn't get the password for the customer, so I'll also have to recheck it when I drop it off later, which will probably be in about 20 minutes or so. And hopefully it's not too wobbly. Like I said, I'm on just a fold-out desk right now, and I have my 2 monitors and my other stuff on here. Once the other one's in, though, we'll be all set. So, okay. So it looks like, okay. Based off what I can tell here, we should be okay. Okay. All right, so we're good there. So now we got to put this guy back on. Do not touch the lenses where the cameras sit. Otherwise, you're going to have fingerprints over those front cameras. Wait, are these trips? Oh, they are. Whoops. And now we're just going to do everything in reverse. So you can either continue watching the video from here or start going backwards. Which I don't really think that makes a sense, you know? It's like that old dumb blonde joke. They're a mile away from shore. She swims out halfway, turns around, comes back, and they go, "Why'd you turn around?" She said, "Oh, I got tired." You know? So it's at that point just push through it. And enjoy the sultriness of my voice. Which is about as sultry as, I don't know, nails on a chalkboard, maybe. Alright. So this shield does have a little prong here that needs to go on top of this bend. And then you got a little guy in the corner there, which I like to do that one first because it's always a pain in the ass to put back. So do this one first. There we go. And I don't lock them in fully because the shield has to line up still. But once I get 2 of the screws set up, we are normally Gucci. And then I'm going to start doing something which some people find kind of cringy, and I don't necessarily like doing myself. But if you guys do like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe. I know I sound ecstatic saying it, but it's been proven. People who ask get more subscribers. I'm not looking to make a huge life out of this. I mean, if I could turn this into like my actual job, open up a shop and record a few, stuff like that, I would be ecstatic. But I'm also a realist. If it doesn't work out, that's great. That's fine. But if I can have, if I can make a little money off of this, I think it'd be kind of cool. Something to cover like expenses, or if I start doing like weird stuff, like more of those openings, which I did get a bit of feedback from that from a few people, and they said they kind of enjoyed. They said they enjoyed it. They thought it was ridiculous, the kind of stuff I got in electronics, which I agree. I mean, shit, I got Snoop on a Stoop or whatever, or Smoking Snoop Dogg Elf on the Shelf, which I honestly didn't know they made that. So that's hilarious and awesome. My unofficial mascot. All right. So we are just about done here, and the adhesive is still intact in one piece, so I'm just going to reuse it. Since it's not an Apple certified repair or anything like that, you can't verify water resistance or waterproofing, which their resistance is about as good as a sock anyway, so not like you're going to make it worse. People should be keeping their phones away from anything wet. So, moral of the story there. And they do sit up a hair taller, but nothing bad. There we go. Make sure it locks in. Perfect. So yeah, it's a little bit taller. Nothing huge, but that shouldn't make any difference. Screen protectors or anything like that. So now at this point, it is done. If it's on a newer phone and it tells you it has to do the calibration, unless you have an Apple genuine part, which is very hard to get, you have to be a certified dealer to get it. Do not use the application for calibrations. You have to get it done through the computer system, so through a Mac or a mini Mac or whatever the hell you're using. Otherwise, if it's aftermarket, as long as you transfer those sensors over, the only thing you're going to get pop up that says, hey, we can't confirm this is a certified genuine Apple part. That'll show up for like a day, it'll go away, and it'll sit in your settings under your general, so it'll be under like your repairs done or something like that. So, but outside of that, I've been doing aftermarket repairs on iPhones for a long time. That's the only issue I've ever had. And obviously, if it is just a bad screen from the get-go, double check that. If, like the touch isn't working or the color looks weird or something funky like that. Otherwise, at this point, that is done. Pentalobes are back in, all put together. Screen's looking great. I'm gonna let the customer take off the piece, and I'll double check all the other components because I did not get the password from them. And that is it. So, hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'm gonna be a lot more consistent once I get my desk fully set. Less echoey because it's kind of barren here right now. Still setting up the house. A lot of things just lying around. But I'm hoping by next week, maybe the week after, I can be a lot more consistent and roll out a video every couple weeks or so, if not more often. So those of you that have stuck with me, I really do appreciate it. Those of you that have just tuned in, welcome. Hopefully you can enjoy my my interesting adventures with doing phone repairs, and we can hopefully continue to grow this site. So thank you all. I'll see you later. Bye.